What happened next just came right out of the blue. We were having a conversation in the back, and the driver was on his cell phone. In fact, he didn't really have a cell phone. He had one of those attachments that you put in your ear for hands-free movement and driving and stuff like that, which, by the way, also goes to show you, if you're not paying attention, it doesn't matter if you have a hands-free device. He was speaking into his device, trying to drive, and listen to our conversation at the same time. And in the process, we went through an intersection, and he didn't have the light. The other driver on the other side of the intersection did. And we got T-boned by a Ford pickup. The car spun around, slammed into another car, bounced off that, and then crashed into a lamppost. Looking back on it, it just seems so strange to talk about now because it seems like it happened to another guy in another time. But if memory serves correctly, the condition the taxi was in, all three of us should not have walked away from that. Making a long story short, after that accident, I did not look at auditioning or going out for, parts the same way. In fact, I pretty much stopped doing that for a very, very long time. And I've been out sporadically. I couldn't tell you how many auditions I've been out on since then, but I've only now started considering going back to it. And I guess I took what happened as a sign from someone saying, hey, maybe this is not the thing you need to be doing. But by the same token, I've also kind of wondered what it would be like to go back and give it a shot. And the fear that came from that event is still with me. And it's something I know I need to conquer because fear, as Chris put it so aptly, is the thief of time. If you're scared to succeed or scared to fail at something, you can sit paralyzed, and before you know it, all this time has gone by and you're wondering, where did the time go? I was going to do this, that, and the other thing, and now the time I had to do that is past, and now I won't be able to. So I think the message I have for people out there is not to let fear rule your life in any way, shape, or form. That you have to look at that fear and see what you can do to conquer it. See if you can channel that into something else so that the things that you want to get out of life are things that are possible to get out of life just by conquering that one hurdle. And believe me, it was a huge part of the reason why I haven't been able to lose weight as successfully as I have just in the past year or so. Because, when you're that overweight, one of the big psychological hurdles is the fear that people are watching you and they're judging you constantly, just 24/7. Look at that fat pig. Why doesn't he get his ass into a gym, or why doesn't he just walk around the block a couple of times and work some of that off? And the truth of the matter is, when you think about it, there are people who can be judgmental jerks and assholes, and that's the world. It's always going to be that way. But if you think about it really carefully, people are not investing that much time in judging you. Not really. Because we're all just, boxed into our own little worlds half the time. And we're so absorbed with our own real life dramas, the stories of ourselves as we move forward through our own lives, that we don't have time to be judgmental. Well, most of us don't. But I'm keeping that in mind for myself as much as telling anybody else to take a look at that. And hopefully taking my own advice will help me take that next step forward in trying to decide the best way to advance my career, whether it's in acting or in music or personal training or whatever it is. That's the next step for me. But that's the word for today, basically, that fear is the thief of time, and you shouldn't let him steal any more from you than he already has. And that's it. I'll probably post another clip talking about the thing I really want to talk about, but that's just my 2 cents worth for now. So thanks for listening, and I will be posting another clip about the other thing very soon. So peace out, and hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care.